Hello. Good to see you.
All right there, Revenants. Welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100, where today we are going to be starting our 79-star run. And this run will be focused simply mainly on hybrid builds. We have not talked about anything to do with mixing gifts, weapons, and all the in-between. And there will be kind of no restrictions on this one, so it will be, one shots and whatever else we can kind of pull together. But hybrids are very interesting because there's a lot of times where you have a really good weapon setup or a very good gift setup, and trying to combine the two so that way you can effectively use the weapon based on whatever attack value you have, but then trying to use your gifts all at the same time to try and maximize, the damage that you're getting out from dark or light or something like that. So right off the bat here in the Ruined City Underground, we're going to go all out and do light, dark, and weapons all at the same time, as well as speeding everything up, as well as life recovery and Ichor recovery, as well as some defensive options with a partner and gift extension and a potential for increased defenses. So we are putting literally everything to the max here except stamina. That's kind of stamina and focus. Those are kind of the one options that we have left off the table here. We've even brought along a bayonet for that 5% proc of lightning damage, so that way we get sometimes upwards of 15 to 25% extra damage on the sword, just because of the fact that we are proccing an enemy's lightning defenses. So we are putting all of this into play here with Isis, and this build, it may not look like much, but once it gets running and you have enough Ichor, the crazy thing is that it goes up to 60 Ichor, but then it's dex based, and so we have a dex based two-handed sword, and we have Bridge to Glory, which when we run Bridge to Glory, we are at 2161, which is insane for a build like this. So let's go ahead and get our stuff going here. And remember, every single blood sacrifice here is 5% of our health, and every time we kill an enemy, we get 5% of our health back, and every time we do a backstab, we get 5% of our health back. So watch this. We'll get 5% there, and then we kill the enemy, and we get another 5%. So we got all of our Ichor back, and all of our health. Okay, so he's gone. So let's just keep constantly getting our Ichor back, as well as getting our health back. So very, very nice. Hybrids are a lot of fun. They really are. Just because of the fact that we always are able to have some kind of options here that can bring, a lot of options to the table. And you can see there that we got slapped by that guy pretty hard and lost about half our health, but because of all of the health recovery options here, we are able to continue recovering health along the way, and we are able to really put some serious damage out on the enemy, no matter what is going on. And if we are constantly attacking and using our gifts, we can always be getting Ichor back, we can always be getting health back, and we will I would say about 80% of the time we will have gift extension because of White Mia, and so we are able to kind of get that for free, as well as Guardian Aid when we die, because we are having pretty low defenses here because of the Noble Silver, or the Ivory Grace, and we have pretty low defenses except for Crush. We have pretty average defenses there at 46, and with potential to go higher. Okay, we're not getting a backstab, so that's fine. And see, gift extension is active, so time to run those gifts and it's nice to have gifts that are not dependent on getting hit at all. These are gifts that are simply active all the time, and they help us considerably. So very, very good. So this guy, we can dispatch very, very, very fast, as well as, you know, these guys. And you can see that a hybrid setup here definitely allows for kind of fast gameplay, all at the same time as, you know, as much as, you know, any other build would allow. But the cool thing is here that we are able to kind of hit and run here along the way. And we're able to, you know, we're able to constantly put out some damage. And if we run out of gifts, then we use just our weapon. So let's show a little bit of that we don't really have a lot of options here as far as our gifts are concerned, but we do have, you know, our weapon here. Ouch. And you can see that we have plenty of damage as we go along, just from the fact that we are, you know, able to attack the enemy, and we have really good damage just in the sword itself. So we don't actually need the gifts if we are trying to simply, you know, attack, but we will have to stamina manage just a little bit if we want to be the most efficient, and so that is typically all the time, right? And see, we are out of range of that guy, and so we are able to use our gifts to be able to make sure that we have, you know, enough damage and everything along the way. Okay, that's very good. Let's kill this guy. Let's grab a backstab here for 5% health, and the other gunner should not attack us, which is good. And this guy, excellent. And you can see just how very fast and effective, you know, everything can kind of be here, because of what we are developing here along the way. And so there's 10% of our health back because of the fact that we, you know, got a drain on a kill. So we are able to be still at full health with no problems here, which is really great. So we'll use a gift boost or a gift accelerator just for whatever reason. But when you play hybrids, typically you want to make sure you have at least 2 options that are very strong, like dark and the weapon, excuse me, or dark and light, or something, or light and your weapon, or your defenses and your weapon, or, you know, paired with something in some way, shape, or form, fashion like that, because you are always going to be trying to you know, have some kind of power that's kind of obvious, right? But when you are playing in such a way where you are trying to optimize too many things, a lot of times you can be out of balance because you're trying to optimize one thing over another, and you typically can miss out on, you know, 1 or 2 really important things. So it's very good to make sure that you are simply going for, you know, one thing or another, or 2 things, and if you can fit a third and there's enough option there, then you might as well go for it. Whoops. But typically that is not the case at all, because of just how difficult it is to spread your resources across, you know, a whole bunch of different options. So that can be really challenging to do. in a lot of different cases. So let's get our lightning damage back up here for Oliver, and that will help us get that extra 5%, which is very, very, very nice. Which, even though it's only 5%, it does proc his weakness to lightning, and so we are able to get extra damage. Okay, so you can see there just how effective all of that was to put him through here. Okay, and you can see there just how effective that was to kind of move through that little area there with him very, very easily. And we can go for a parry here, just to kind of get a little bit of Ichor back. And that's fine. Go ahead and hit Mia. You can kill her if you wish. And since we are here now, we can go for some shots. So you can see that our build is a little bit overpowered for the first beginning area of the game, which is completely fine. And it's way awesome how effective hybrids can actually be if you are paired up correctly for what you are trying to do in that area. And when you play hybrids, there's a lot to think about. So basically everything we've discussed almost to this point in time with you know, partners, gift speed, matching dark with willpower, matching light with mind, matching your weapon to your strength or dex, and then making sure you are at an appropriate weight limit. I mean, this is running a hybrid like this is essentially running all of your knowledge of Vayne into one balled up you know, powerhouse that can literally destroy anything and everything along the way. So very, very enjoyable to run hybrids. They're a lot of fun because they offer so much versatility, because you're using high weapon damage mixed with high gift damage, mixed with all kinds of different options. And this is kind of like the pinnacle builds of Vayne when you start running hybrids, because typically if you're running just a lot of weapon damage or a lot of gift damage, most of the time there's something that is missing, and the builds can kind of feel off balance. That if you have a lot of Ichor, you can do a lot of damage, but then when you run out of Ichor, it's like, oh, how do I regain all my Ichor very quick, or something of the sort. Or I have a lot of weapon damage, but as soon as I attack once or twice, I'm out of stamina, and then I can't do much else, so I have to back off. Running hybrids allows you to keep the pressure on a lot more often and do a lot more damage than you would normally do in other senses of the understanding of how to build here in Vayne. Now, all that kind of sounds normal and like obvious, but however, when you play Vayne for the first time, that's not completely apparent in what a hybrid build actually is, because you don't know what gifts are in the game, you don't know what weapons are in the game. But after you play through one time, hybrid builds absolutely take off, and they become incredibly fun, incredibly powerful, and incredibly balanced across, you know, what's your stamina level, what kind of damage can you do, what kind of enemies can you engage with, can you engage groups or single targets, so on and so forth. And hybrids allow you a lot of versatility to be able to engage any kind of group of enemies or single target, or, you know, like here we were using our bayonet to gain some kind of function out of it. And we were also able to pair that with a weapon that didn't have an element, and since we couldn't get another gift slot here to like put on a weapon element here, we were able to take advantage of our second weapon slot and use that for the time being. So there's a lot a lot of things you can do if you are considering both weapon slots as well as all of your gift slots and everything like that. So very, very fun to play hybrids. So I hope you guys enjoy this 79 stars as we are on our way to 80 stars, and then we will pick it up then. So next we'll be in the parking garage, as you know, at this point. And if you're new to the road to 100, welcome. What we're trying to do is to get to 100 stars of difficulty. So this is the 80th time we've been through the game, and so I hope you really enjoy all of these hybrid builds as we traverse the landscape of Vane. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.